Can I ask you a couple questions?
Yeah.
How are you feeling physically?
I feel good. I feel strong.
Mentally?
Mentally, I always feel good. Because I work with a psychologist.
Now that it's close to the fight, what do you think about most?
I think I'm ready. Yeah.
Lomachenko has a skill set like I've never seen in the 50 years that I've been promoting boxing. His marching orders to me is to get him the best possible opponent. Not because he can make the most money, but because he can be challenged as a person if he fights a very skilled fighter, as Nicholas Walters is.
Честно говоря, я не совсем сильно радовался этому, потому как в профессиональном боксе ты больше радуешься, когда ты выигрываешь у топа. Завтра будем боксировать с Уолтерсом, я буду отстаивать свой титул. Но даже если бы у меня не было титула, этот бой все равно был бы интересен, и все равно он вошел бы в историю.
А вы сюда приехали просто отдыхать или тоже?
Не, мы завтра бой у меня.
Где?
Vasily is the person who knows exactly what he wants.
He wanna be the best. He wanna be pound for pound #1.
When you look at his backlog of experience, winning 395 out of 396 amateur fights, the only loss being avenged a couple of times, how rapidly he's learned from his experiences in the professionals, you just see somebody who was born to fight.
Я знаю, что нужно делать со своим соперником. И если ты боишься, то, как говорится, если ты боишься, не делай, если делаешь, то не бойся.
Спасибо большое. Спасибо.
If you ask me who I think is the most special fighter in boxing, I think it's Lomachenko. I think he has a good shot to establish himself as the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world in the not-too-distant future. But in order to do that, you need to beat fighters like Nicholas Walters, because Walters is really good.
First away in, ladies and gentlemen, the challenger from Montego Bay, Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Nicholas Walters on the stage. 129.5 pounds.
Nicholas Walters is mean, punches like a son of a gun with both hands. He's one of the real heavy-handed guys in boxing today. Dangerous guy.
7 professional bouts, 2 world titles. High-tech Vasilie Lomachenko weighing in. 130 pounds, 1-3.
Great box puncher against a great puncher. Those always make for the great fights. Ali was a boxer puncher, Frazier was a puncher. We got 3 of them.
For the WBO Super Featherweight Championship of the world.
Hey, hi everyone.
Some people think that Walters has one-punch knockout power in either hand. Does he think so?
Да, она у него есть, да. Я считаю так. Это другой вопрос, получится ли у него это сделать с человеком, который знает тоже, что нужно делать в ринге.
This is the first time that you've fought a guy since Salido, who's a big, strong, rugged fighter with experience.
Вы знаете, когда я сегодня стоял на весах, я что-то так не подумал, что он больше меня. Мне наоборот показалось, что я крупнее него.
Yeah, well, and you weighed more than him.
Being that Lomachenko has had in excess of 390 amateur fights, I'm sure he's seen them all. But it's his first fight without headgear against a real puncher. First fight in his life without headgear against a big puncher.
This ain't 16-ounce gloves, this ain't a sparring session. This is war.
I checked the odds for the fight. Figured he'd be the favorite, but I thought it would be close. They're wide for him. Are you surprised by that?
When you have the odds that distance, I know personally that you have to knock this guy out in order to win. They're not gonna give you a decision when the odds is like that because the people are gonna lose money.
He didn't seem to be griping about it or complaining about it. He's just focused on what he has to do tomorrow, which is not only, in his opinion, beat Vasilie Lomachenko, but knock him out.
начинает ценить намного больше то, когда он его не имел длительное время. Я, например, очень сильно люблю чизкейки, я не ел около 2 месяцев. Я думаю, что сразу же после боя я удовлетворю себя этим. Разделение отец-тренер, тренер-отец. Когда мы в зале, он тренер, когда мы дома, он отец. У меня нет такого разделения.
Then Vasily was 4 years old, we started boxing. When Vasily was 9 years old, his father pulled Vasily out and he put him in the dancing classes, national Ukrainian dances. For 4 years, he was going to those dances day after day. But then he was 13 years old, his father pulled him out from the dances and says, now you have a good footwork, now you can go box.
Тем самым вызывая во мне голод к боксу. У каждого она своя. Моя цель – показать людям, что бокс – это не только драка в центре ринга.
Particularly in the replays that you'll see during a Lomachenko fight, you can see where he's a step ahead. For instance, the knockout combination that he threw against Roman Martinez in New York. He shot an uppercut with the power hand and then knocked him out with the hook hand. Some fighters might throw that combination, but they throw it in reverse. Because of the way he threw that combination, Rocky Martinez never seen it before and had no idea what he was looking at. And he later said, I couldn't see his hands.
Идем? Let's go.
First of all, psychology of the fight, it's psychology of thinking under pressure. Very stable, very resistant. If you make an image of killer, your image will kill you.
I think Lomachenko's ready. I think Lomachenko's ready to take his best shots.
We will see a lot of interesting movements from Vasily. You can't predict Vasily. You need to focus and watch him. Make sure not blink.
Nicholas Walters, for any fighter that's been on for 300 plus days, does not show any ring rust at all.
Lomachenko has begun to pepper Walters with tight, short punches, jab, quick left hands.
What that? What that?
Getting just close enough to land, making himself scarce when Walters tries to throw back.
Nicholas Walters is a linear fighter. Lomachenko is a fighter that fights in semicircles, at angles.
Walters has begun to find the range now.
Just with the jab. Lomachenko doesn't mind the jab, he just doesn't want to find the range with the straight right.
Several voices now in Nicholas Walters' corner.
Usually not a good sign.
Lomachenko, we see that great footwork, constantly able to move side to side and step around Nicholas Walters.
Lomachenko establishes superior position. You see the right foot outside of Walters' left foot. And Lomachenko, as he did to Gary Russell Jr., is just turning it into a boxing lesson.
Walters looking for an opening instead of just punching until he finds an opening. When Lomachenko does that, he punches until he finds an opening.
Lomachenko dropping his hands. I mean, how many fighters would drop their hands in front of Nicholas Walters?
In front of the Axeman.
It's amazing to watch what this man can do. At the beginning of the fight, between rounds, Walters was listening to his Panamanian trainer, Celso Chavez. For the last couple of rounds, he's been looking at his father, Job Walters, and listening to what he has to say. But if you're searching for the right voice in the corner, it means you haven't found things working inside the ring.
Good body shot by Nicholas.
Yeah, he's landed some big body shots this round.
But he's landing one punch at a time.
And that one punch at a time is never going to work on Lomachenko because he's usually way too slick for that. That's why we call him high tech. He's not afraid of the power no more because he knows how it feels. And now he's trying to get him out of there.
Oh my God, I mean, he's toying with Nicholas Walters.
This is indeed becoming toyage. Lomachenko waving at Walters with his glove as he walks back to his corner.
No man, yeah. Finish. Yeah. Hold on. Do you want to? No, I don't want to. No. Fair. Don't want to continue. No. Okay.
They're stopping the fight. That's astonishing. The trainer, Celso Chavez, even said, no mas. And no mas it is.
The winner by TKO victory and still WBO super featherweight champion of the world, Vasilie Lomachenko.
Almost 1 year without fight. Then fighting the top guy is difficult. My punches, not catching you. When I'm coming back, you hitting me. I have more punching power than him, but look at the fight. I'm not catching him with my punching power. You have to hit with the power in order for the power to show. I knock out 21 guys, so sometimes you Thank you, man. I knock out 21 guys. Good fight. All right.
If you can reduce top fighters to fighters who look substandard compared to you, then you got to find someone bigger and better than Nicholas Walters to test Lomachenko.
Can we make a photo? Yeah? Yes.
Мои цели, мое желание драться с лучшими для того, чтобы подниматься по строчке pound for pound.
Okay. Thank you very much.